Well, let's try and explore something very simple. So simple um, that it will drive your mind into some sort of frenzy, disgust, or into an acceptance of what a fool I've been. These are opposing ways to look at a possible outcome of this stuff. You see, the simplistic beingness of life is abhorred by the ego. It doesn't like contentment. You see, the simplest beingness of life is everything's okay. It wants to be, ego wants to be deep, enlightened. I want to go to the pit, the bottom. I want to be so disgusted with life that I want to see something that is going to blow my mind away. I'm going to go to the pitfalls of depression. Because when I get there, something is going to change dramatically. You see, when the music plays, when the movie, the emotions, they start, they're getting ready. Let's get ready for this. This is going to be so euphoric or so frightening. And then, and then back down to earth, you see, back down to the simplest of beingness, you see. So beingness is that balance that Buddha speaks about. The euphoria of enlightenment and all that's upward, godly, out of body, near death, beautiful, transcendental experience. Or the opposite. I so want to end this life. This is so bad for me. I'm really just sifting about with the dregs of what life means for me. Disgust, you see. Ego has to look for something really bad because it knows something good will come out of it. Or it hopes something good will come out of it. Or it believes something good will come out of it. And this talk is of no interest, you see. Some of these talks are just a test. No plan, no organized way, but something says don't give them too much information too quick because they'll be angry by the end. They'll be fooled. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. It's not about attracting anything. It's not about detracting anything. It's simply about being here. It's simply about being here. Is this not life? Is it not about simply being here? Not in the particular place you're here, the geographical place, just the idea that I'm here. I'm still here. Everywhere I look, I see different things, but that what sees it is myself that is still here. It's very simple. Life is very simple. Look. Yeah. It's here. The landscape is over there, and I'm still here witnessing it as whatever it is. The connection between seeing and observing, not the seer and the observed, but the seeing and the observing as that what all that takes place is purely simple, purely contented, and purely dismissed by an ego because it's classed as boredom. The ego wants to be at the height of the roller coaster waiting to go down, or has reached the bottom of that dip and I did it. It was great. Now I'm glad it's over, but I want more. The samsara of the roller coaster. So let's get into the real crux of the talk. When thinking is taken away, when you don't think, deep sleep is a great example when there's no dreams. You're not thinking, but your eyes are closed, you're snoring, you don't even know you're in the bed or wherever it is you're sleeping, so it's of no use to you. So that's why we take on a body. The body is a thought, excuse me, that we think into existence. I don't want to be in deep sleep every day. I want to see what deep sleep is like with my eyes open. See? You see how the words awakening take you into something more than what you already are? Well, I'm already awake. Your mind's awake. Your body's awake. Life is awake. So why confuse the mind by saying, when are you going to awaken? You don't know you're awake. See? Awakening is just another word based on an opposite of asleep. You see, the ego creates words to give it some sort of flavor of life. Yeah. In deep sleep, you're neither awake nor asleep. And when the body is active and the eyes open, you're no longer awake or in deep sleep. You see, that's why the ego says, oh, this is not, I'm not complying with this. This is boring. You have to be one or the other. You see, the ego only believes in opposites. Only believes in opposites. Only believes in good and bad, pain and pleasure, man and woman. You see, the human being, the human form is being confused with sexual changes to the body and everything. And others say, oh, what a weird thing to do. Why would it be weird to try and meet in the middle, you see? You know, it's impossible to meet in the middle. You can't be a physical man and a physical woman at the same time. So we kind of get confused in the way that we're looking for a way out of being whatever we are at that moment into another way in of being something that's the only option. The only option is the opposite, you see? So if I'm not happy being a man, then I have no option. I can't be anything other than a man or a woman. You see? But in truth, the mind is so complex, it's so chaotic, it's so unsatisfied with its present state or the state of the world outside that it goes inwards to try and change the appearance to make it better the next time, you see? Maybe people who are going through this change now won't accept this. But the fact is, if you're not happy being one, you can only be the other, you see? The one that you are right now is life. The one that you're changing into is life. It's just a different way of trying to upgrade your life, you know, make your life natural, simple. You see? Isn't it? Simply the beingness is the simplest life, you see. But the mind is still attached to form. It's still attached to sexual orientation. It's still attached to man, woman. It's still attached to the freedom to make its own choices. But the mind has only got two choices, you see. The ego mind has only got two choices. The body with no mind, with no thinker, has ultimate, infinite choices. It can do anything it wants, the body. It's doing everything right now. There's another chooser to say, I think, like, it doesn't have to choose, you see. It accepts it's an automatic, way of life. The mind has two choices. I'll put the body to sleep or I'll keep it awake. Yeah, I'll give it a name or I won't give it a name. The body's saying right now, not out loud, it's just doing, I think I'll pump the blood. I think I'll inflate and deflate the lungs. I think I'll move the hands, the fingers. I think I'll wink, with no mind saying, wink at the girl. No, the body can wink, body can move, body can swim, body can do all these stuff. Doesn't have two choices. Look, movement, up, down, right, left. But it's moving in any way it feels that it needs to move. It doesn't have to be controlled by a mind. You see? The mind is actually trying to replicate its position with the body, this mind, by using words and ways, I can move my finger. That's me telling my body to move my finger, you see. At deep sleep, the body's moving in so many ways, and the mind saying, you're doing it without me. How dare you? How dare you? You see, you want to control your body. You want to control everybody. It's true. When you see a war, you say, I want to control this war. I want to stop it immediately. For all the right reasons. For all the good reasons. But you can't do it. You see? So you punish yourself as a human. I feel so bad that we as humans are killing each other for no apparent reason, for some financial gain or boundaries. Land. The land that is not ours, that is free. So you punish yourself because the world tells you that you are the human, you are the ego, and it's your job to punish yourself, and it's job to punish the world, and it's your job to love yourself. The body loves itself. The body sometimes punishes itself with no warning. It's not operating efficiently because something is blocked. It punishes itself, it gives itself pain. To say, okay, how can I change this pain? And the mind will give it two choices. It will give it two choices. Live with the pain or take a paracetamol. Yeah? And the body says, oh yeah, okay, I have to do what you say, mind. It's okay, yeah. It takes a paracetamol, ignores the paracetamol and tries in its own way to resurrect or recorrect what's taking place inside itself. You see, the mind the ego mind is so powerful over its own body. It supersedes its own body. I'm going abseiling, and it does. The body says, I just, whatever, I'm capable, until something goes wrong. And if you're in hospital, whatever, you don't blame the body, you blame yourself for being so stupid to take on this thing without training or without efficient equipment. The body's exempt from this thoughtful world of the process of living, birth, schooling, working, marriage, retiring, dying. The body's going to do that anyway. It's true. You see, it's not a protest against the mind. The body's going to learn. The body's going to educate itself. It's going to work. It cannot do anything but work for itself. It needs to move. It needs exercise. We spend billions and billions of our money every day trying to advertise and say this is what the body should be doing, and we know. We don't need you to tell me. I don't need you to tell me. I'm just lazy. I'm just ignoring my body. I'm ignoring my body because I have thoughts about the future and how rich I'm going to be and how I'm going to get some other bodies to do so much work for me, and I'm going to be the kingpin, mind, the kingpin ego. And when the millions come into the bank, the doctor says, "Oh, your body is failing." What? Yeah, well, you've been ignoring it for so many years. Then we're all exempt, you see. This one is no preacher in the sense of body, you see. Triple bypass, What went wrong there, stress, bad diets, alcohol, whatever, genetic, no time to look after the body. Put everyone else in the world first. Put the work first. Put everything first. Put the process first. Put the duties first. The organized ways first. That's what we do. So the simplistic beginning to this talk ended up in a very complex, what seems to be a rebellion against the ego. But the ego and its two choices has so many possibilities within these two choices. Body says, I'm tired. Ego says, rest. What's the other choice? Keep going. Yeah. It's our choices. The ego is responsible for the world, responsible for the state of humanity, responsible, and not good states as much as, you see, it's never one way, you see. The ego really enhances this life to the state of enlightened beingness because it wants to really prove to the body and all its souls and spirits and whatever it's doing that I can do good in this world. And the body says, it's already good. If I get up in the morning and I'm breathing and I feel okay, I have no pain, it's already good. There's nothing more that you can do to me, says the body. You can even show me God because I already know what this existence is about. I'm living it, you see. I never began, says the body. I never end, says the body. The mind will begin and end. And the mind will take the body with it to the end because it's always thinking about the end. That doesn't mean to say the body is not, if you stop thinking about end, the body will not fade and transcend. But the idea that in advance, that futuristic belief, that futuristic hope, I believe I'm going to die. I hope it's not in the near future. The body's saying, what the hell are you talking about? I want to go swimming. I want to move. I want to be free. You're not free when you're thinking about the future and the tragedy of end or the winning of the lottery. the body's still saying, yeah, so what? Non-duality is when everything becomes one. But in this oneness, it's so easy to see how the simplistic way of life has been taken and made so complex that the human now is really suffering the idea that the ego creates to try and overcome. You see, I cannot experience the roller coaster dip until I volunteer to go to the top. So I'm going to the top with fear, with apprehension, with excitement, to experience something that is not really necessary. Otherwise, but if I don't do it, it's going to be boring, and I'll end up listening to this guy, and I'll end up feeling free, and I'll end up not participating and losing interest in this life. I'll end up like a vegetable. And the body laughs at that, you know. I think I'm more than a vegetable, says the body. You can think that you're a vegetable, says the body to the mind. You can think about anything that you want to be or what you don't want to be. But the fact is, I'm always here. I'm always here. This I, it keeps all this world revolving. All my days and my months and my years and my thoughts and my, desires and my needs, and it's always based from I. Nothing can take place without I. And when you get to this place of simplistic being, something inside says, yeah, you're very contented. It's great. You found it. You found this simple life, this simple way. Now, come, I have something else to show you. Something else to show you beyond I. And you're gone.